Here are the top stories for today, December 3, 2019. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council aims for 0 casualties in the aftermath of Typhoon Tisoy. The Olympic Council of Asia says the Philippines is capable of hosting bigger events than the Southeast Asian Games. Department of Tourism taps international media to promote the Philippines. And around 76 Manobos in Bukidnon are allegedly made to leave their homes by the New People's Army. Good day, I'm William Theo. Welcome to the PNA Newsroom. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council is aiming for a 0 casualty in the aftermath of Typhoon Tisoy. The typhoon slightly intensified Monday afternoon, hours before its expected landfall over the Albay-Sorsogon area. Thousands of people were evacuated from their homes as Typhoon Tisoy edged closer to Luzon. Domestic flights have been canceled and sea travel was suspended in areas affected by the typhoon. Classes were also suspended in anticipation of the typhoon's impact. Tisoy made landfall over Marinduque at 8:30 a.m. today. Some outdoor and water sports in the Southeast Asian Games were postponed on Tuesday due to threats brought by Typhoon Tisoy. FISGOC Sports Director Karen Caballero said the postponement of the matches have been confirmed by technical delegates and competition managers in their respective sporting venues. According to the cancellation protocol, all outdoor games are suspended during storm signal number 1, while all games are canceled during storm signal number 2. Here are the following games which were rescheduled as of Tuesday, December 3. Albay Representative Joey Salceda on Tuesday said CAAP and DOTR are trying to resume flights as early as Wednesday morning. Albay was among the badly hit areas by Typhoon Tisoy when it made landfall in Sorsogon late Monday night, as it experienced around 6 hours of continuous rains and strong winds. Salceda said the agencies would send a team to backstop the Legazpi Airport personnel. CAAP has also assured it has emergency corporate powers and funds. And as Typhoon Tisoy continues to batter some parts of the country, netizens are reacting to alert messages from NDRRMC. And of course, we also receive personally these messages and these very loud alerts. But to be honest, for me, I appreciate it because it is not every day. And I think it is the NDRRMC's way of responsibly at least letting us know that we have to be cautious, we have to be careful, and we have to prepare for this. And since this is not a joke, I think it is important that when something intense happens is that we are well informed so that maybe we may be able to make the necessary measures to be able to secure ourselves and our families. Netizens are reacting to the NDRRMC alert messages that always comes with a very loud ping. A few say they are annoyed while others are thankful. NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal asked for patience for those who are annoyed by their alert messages, stressing that it is their mandate to inform the public of the upcoming calamities and ensuring the safety of everybody.
Ngayon pong panahon po na ito, ang mandato po natin sa NDRRMC ay bigyan ng babala yung mga kababayan po natin. We're still improving the technology as well as our strategies in utilizing this technology. Kaya po ngayon, naintindihan po natin, hati yung reaksyon ng kababayan natin. No? Pero ang maganda po doon talagang paano ko ba sabihin ito, nagugulat sila in the sense na kumikilos po sila para sa kanilang kaligtasan. But humihingi po kami ng pasensya kung gano'n. Mamimiss nyo rin po si NDRRMC pag walang masamang panahon. Wala pong warning na ganyan. Pero ngayon po, dahil po nag-care kami dito sa NDRRMC, lagi po namin kayo papadala ng mensahe, lalo na kung nandun kayo sa danger area. Hindi po kayo makakatanggap ng mensahe kung wala po kayo sa danger area. At sa laki po ng bagyo nito, halos po lahat ng parte ng Pilipinas except in some parts of Mindanao, except in Mindanao, hindi makaka-receive ng text messages.
Meanwhile, swimming in the seawaters of Boracay Island is prohibited due to Typhoon Tisoy. The province of Aklan, including Boracay Island, is placed under tropical cyclone wind signal number 2. Meanwhile, customers in parts of Davao, Maramag, Tagum, Malaybalay, and Buda in southern Mindanao may experience degradation or loss of call, text, and mobile data services due to multiple fiber cuts in the area. PLDT, Smart, Sun, and Talk and Text Network said restoration is ongoing and they will provide updates as efforts progress. Still to come, the Olympic Council of Asia says the Philippines is capable of hosting bigger events than the Southeast Asian Games. The Department of Tourism taps international media to promote the Philippines. More on these when the PNA Newsroom continues.
Konti na lang. Konti na lang.
Hindi totoong konti na lang ang naaapektuhan ng mga sakuna. Marami sila kung ang Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao ay hindi laging handa. Sa laban sa kalamidad, prevention and mitigation ang dapat prioridad. Gasgas na bilin na ito, pero itapon ang basura sa tamang lagayan. Magtayo ng evacuation centers at magtalaga ng mga bangka. Magsagawa ng mga malawakang drills para iwas disgrasya sa sakuna. Pagdating ng hindi inaasahan, prevention ang kailangan. Dito papasok ang ating preparedness. Ipababatid sa madla ang mga dapat at hindi dapat gawin tuwing may kalamidad. Dapat handa rin para sa response. Alamin ang mga hazard warning. Paghupa ng unos, ang mga biktima ay dapat idaan sa recovery and rehabilitation. Sama-sama, muling bubuuin ang mga nawasak na bahay. Tulong-tulong, gagamutin ang trauma. Aayusin ang mga nasirang buhay. Change is here. Be a partner for change.
The Department of Tourism announced on Tuesday a tourism microsite where visiting athletes and delegates can explore the country while keeping abreast of SEA Games information. Tourism microsite featured various sports activities, cultural heritage sites, beaches, local cuisines and products, among other unique Filipino offerings. While some 11,000 visitors arriving from the Southeast Asian nations, Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat said now is the perfect opportunity to showcase the best of the Philippines in an accessible manner. The website redirects visitors to affordable and DOT-approved tour packages such as guided cultural tours and dining with entertainment shows in Manila, private resorts in Laguna, heritage tours and nature exploration in Ilocos region and Zambales, beach and diving activities in Batangas, adventure and recreational activities in Pampanga and Tarlac, and many more. The microsite is powered by the department's official partner Guide to the Philippines, an online marketplace formed by various DOT-accredited tour operators. The Olympic Council of Asia has commended the Philippines' hosting of the 30th Southeast Asian Games. After being impressed by the opening ceremonies, Wei Jisung of the Olympic Council of Asia said the Philippines is capable of organizing bigger-scale games like the Asian Games. Wei also commended the Philippines for apologizing for the inconveniences encountered by some foreign delegates upon arrival at the airport. He said other host countries also experienced glitches, calling it normal in any multi-event competition like SEA Games. The sports official also lauded the Games volunteers and the Filipino people's love for sports. President Rodrigo Duterte earlier apologized for the problems that greeted the delegates of the biennial meet. Philippine Olympic Committee President Bambol Tolentino meanwhile said there is nothing wrong in trying to bid for the Asian Games. The Presidential Communications Operations Office has hailed Filipino athletes for having surpassed their gold medal output in the 2017 edition of the Southeast Asian Games held in Malaysia. In 2017, the Philippine delegation got 23 gold medals, 33 silvers, and 64 bronzes. The country broke this record on the second day of the SEA Games 2019 when host Philippines acquired 39 gold medals, 22 silvers, and 14 bronzes as of 9 p.m. of December 2nd. PCOO Secretary Martin Andanar said the country's early achievements and everyone's wholehearted participation has led everyone to a rousing start. Andanar expressed confidence that the Philippine delegation would continue to represent the country with pride and make even more achievements in their sporting events. On November 27, Senator Bongo bared that President Rodrigo Duterte will be giving additional incentives to Filipino athletes who will win medals in the multi-sporting event. He noted that the president is also considering giving the Order of Lapu-Lapu Awards to winning athletes. The Department of Tourism, or DOT, has partnered with international media to showcase the Philippines and boost tourist arrivals from different parts of the world. The DOT has placed advertisements showcasing different tourist attractions in media, such as the Discovery Channel, Fox, CNN, among others. DOT Assistant Secretary for Branding and Marketing Communications Howard Lance Uy-King said there are also additional values such as articles and episode roadshows and organic shows that promote the Philippines in depth. Uy-King said the promotion of these media entities extends to their website and social media. DOT also eyes placing spots in kids' channels like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, among others. For this season, he said they are aiming for Western countries in the tourism advertisements as they will be able to appreciate the country's weather and beaches while they go through winter. The Department of Tourism is confident that the country will meet its 8.2 million targeted foreign tourist arrival by the end of 2019. The DOT said for January to September, we are already at 6.16 million foreign visitors, which is already a record in itself. The DOT attributed the growth in foreign arrivals to the increase in new flights and newly constructed airports, which spread the air passenger traffic to other destinations. The Philippines received a total of 6.1 million visitors from January to September 2019, indicating a 14% increase from the 5.3 million arrivals for the same period last year. Visitors from South Korea also spend the most, with about $193.55 million in total tourist spending, followed by China with $163.61 million and the US with $77.99 million. Up next, the AFP's official band promotes their music in a radio guesting. And around 76 Manobos in Bukidnon are allegedly made to leave their homes by the New People's Army. The PNA Newsroom returns after these reminders.
One of the goals of the Philippine Development Plan is to reduce poverty incidence from 21.6% in 2015 to 14% by 2022. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's Executive Order No. 24 mandates the Human Development and Poverty Reduction Cluster and its member agencies to effectively deliver social services and poverty reduction strategies for the poor. Education as a central strategy. Making education the central strategy for investing in people, reducing poverty, and building national competitiveness. This strategy shall strengthen the capacity and probability of Filipinos to obtain jobs, increase and develop their knowledge about the society, and increase their capacities and skills for the 21st century. These will help in building and maintaining human capital development, especially among the poor. Advance and protect public health. By advancing and protecting public health, HDPRC shall ensure that the welfare of every family's health and well-being is taken care of through proper nutrition and family planning. Through this, there will be a continuing decrease in infant and maternal mortality rate, hunger, and malnutrition. The strategy also shall improve the condition of the elderly and persons with disability and decrease the number of deaths due to non-communicable diseases like diabetes and heart disease. Enhance social protection. Through enhancing social protection, this strategy shall strengthen the partnerships of government agencies to ensure that the programs and services will help in addressing the basic needs of the underprivileged. This includes the provision of health insurance, adequate wage, livelihood assistance, cash transfers and subsidies, and immediate disaster response to improve the quality of life of the poor. Build capacities and opportunities. By building capacities and opportunities for the agriculture sector, this strategy shall provide adequate support to the agricultural workforce, including marginalized farmers, fisherfolk, and other sectors including women, to create opportunities that will benefit them. Through all these strategies, the government will be able to help the underprivileged Filipinos to escape the bounds of poverty towards a more decent way of life and overall development. Dahil sa Ambisyon 2040, ang buhay nating Pilipino ay matatag, maginhawa, at panatag.
The CRS-AFP band sang their hearts out during a promotional guesting at Wish FM 107.5 bus in the Lapu-Lapu Grandstand in Camp Aguinaldo on Monday. The official band of the AFP performed 3 of its original songs that spoke of soldiers' heroism and patriotism. Lieutenant Commander Lady Chatterley Alvaro Sumbeling of the Civil Military Operations or CMO composed the songs for the band. Captain Ryan Bachar of the Public Affairs Office said this is one way to showcase the many talents of Filipino soldiers. For the 84th AFP anniversary this December 21st, the organization will host a series of activities such as concerts and exhibits. The AFP and the PSG are also preparing for an upcoming event this week. The first presidential silent drill is happening at the Quirino Grandstand on Wednesday. A ranking official of the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict dismissed claims that he was kicked out of a forum in Quezon City for peddling lies about militant groups. Major General Antonio Parlade Jr. answered claims by the Makabayan Bloc following his removal during a forum organized by the National Union of People's Lawyers and the Movement Against Tyranny. Parlade called it ironic that these militant groups claim to talk of the truth, yet cannot directly answer issues about New People's Army child warriors. He cited the Communist Party of the Philippines doctrine calling for activists to render full-time service with their armed components, as well as the hiding of underground organizations inside legal fronts. Parlade also scored allegations that the government is weaponizing the law as part of its efforts to criminalize dissent when it is the CPP, NPA, and its allies in Congress who is threatening the government with cases to stop them from implementing the law. The local government of Quezon, Bukidnon, has received reports that around 76 indigenous Manobos were allegedly manipulated by the New People's Army into leaving their homes in Barangay Santa Fe. The indigenous residents were transported en masse to Malaybalay City and then to Kitaw-Taw Town. The Municipal Health Officer and the Municipal Social Welfare Development Officer of Quezon have learned they are living in deplorable conditions. They said the children who were among those displaced were sick and needed to be hospitalized. Many of them already stated they wanted to go home, but they were prevented from leaving by suspected NPA members who are armed. Authorities are expected to give updates. Around 250 Cordillerans have converged for the Regional Action Planning in support to Executive Order 70. The 12 clusters represent the line of efforts that will be in the focus of the Cordillera Administrative Region in ending local communist armed conflict. National Commission on Indigenous Peoples Chair and NTF-LCAC Executive Director Alan Capuyan said the plan will be the region's blueprint in making sure that the indigenous peoples will not be set aside in the implementation of programs towards attaining an insurgency-free community. He said the IPs are the most affected in the insurgency problem as it is happening in indigenous cultural communities and in ancestral domains located in far-flung communities. He said these are the areas perceived as neglected, making the people vulnerable to cling to the insurgents. Let's now check out the weather forecast from Pag-asa.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Narito po ang ating update sa Bagyong Tisoy. Humina ang Bagyong Tisoy, naging 130 km per hour, samantalang ang pagbugso ng hangin ay umaabot sa 200 km per hour. Mabilis ang pagkilos ng bagyo, nasa 25 km per hour sa direksyong Pakanluran. At bukas ng hapon, inaasang hihina pa ang Bagyong Tisoy. Nasa West Philippine Sea, nasa layong 375 kilometers kanluran ng Subic, Zambales. And then Thursday afternoon, inaasahan nasa labas na ito ng PAR. Hihina ang bagyo into a tropical depression by Friday afternoon. Signal number 3 kung saan makakaranas ng masungit na panahon sa Oriental Mindoro, Occidental Mindoro kasama ang Lubang Island at Batangas. And then signal number 2 sa Romblon, Camarines Norte, Metro Manila, Bulacan, Bataan, Tarlac, Pampanga, Rizal, Quezon kasama Pulilo Islands at Zambales, Marinduque, Cavite, Laguna, northern portion ng Camarines Sur. Ang mga lugar po ay Cabugao, Libmanan, Pamplona, Pasacao, Sipocot, Lupi, Ragay at Del Gallego. Southern Nueva Ecija, ang mga lugar po ay Cabanatuan City, Cabiao, Gabaldon, Gapan City, General Tino, Jaen, Laur, Palayan City, Peñaranda, San Antonio, San Isidro, San Leonardo, Santa Rosa, Aliaga, Licab at Saragossa. Southern Aurora, ang mga lugar po ay Dipaculaw, Maria Aurora, Baler, San Luis at Dingalan. Calamian Islands, ang mga lugar po ay sa Coron, Bonsuanga, Culion at Linapacan. Signal number 1 ay nakataas sa southern portion ng Quirino, yan po ay sa Nagtipunan. Rest of Aurora, northern portion ng Palawan, ito yung nasa El Nido, Taytay, Araceli at Dumaran. Rest of Camarines Sur, Cuyo Islands, ito yung Cuyo, Magsaysay at Agutaya, Pangasinan. Southern portion ng Nueva Vizcaya, ang mga lugar po ay Alfonso Castaneda, Aritao, Dupax del Norte, Dupax del Sur, Casibu at Santa Fe, Murias Island at nalabing bahagi ng Nueva Ecija. Then sa Visayas, meron is under na signal number 1, ito yung Northern Aklan, ito yung Malay, Muruanga, Nabas, Ibahay, Northern Antique, Caluya, Libertad at Pandan.
let's take another look at today's biggest stories. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council aims for 0 casualties in the aftermath of Typhoon Tisoy. The Olympic Council of Asia says the Philippines is capable of hosting bigger events than the Southeast Asian Games. Department of Tourism taps international media to promote the Philippines. And around 76 Manobos in Bukidnon are allegedly made to leave their homes by the New People's Army. Thank you for watching another episode of the PNA Newsroom. To check out more news content, check our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. For more stories about the government and how it serves Filipinos, look for these hashtags in all of our social media platforms and websites. We are shown on the pages of the PCOO and its attached agencies. Also, watch us on television on PTV4 and IBC 13. And that's your daily dose of the biggest stories that you need to know. From the PNA Newsroom, I am William Theo. Good day.